Richie Kane.
Yeah, Ron Howard.
Ron Howard, that's it. You just go, get out, you're all useless.
Oh, no. It's a quick
I used to
quiz.
live in a dollhouse out the back of it.
Doll.
A converted dollhouse. And just
In the smoking shed.
in the toilet cubicle, just walking around. Carrara.
Than Michelangelo. Because that's all I keep on saying.
Is it?
Under promise and over deliver.
That's perfect.
Hello, I'm David Duffin. Today's special guest is always smiling, happy and jovial. And from my point of view, I think that's because he has the pure talent and experience to get any project completed. I think he's the Rolls Royce of everything sculptural. Please welcome Chris McMahon.
You're too kind.
I think you look good, mate.
It's all lies.
How are you, man?
Yeah,
How's
good.
things?
Awesome.
What are you doing?
Working on, I just finished on Monarch, that season 2 with
Right.
Russell and that with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a plug. Yeah.
Yeah, and
How's it going?
well,
Just
it was difficult, but
Yeah, okay.
we've just finished, and started on another Kong film,
Another
which
one.
is another legendary.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Keeps the wolf from the door
And how long's that going to go for?
till August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And where is it? Was
It's on the Gold Coast, the Village Roadshow Studios.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's great. Terrific.
Yeah, I've done a few of the Kongs. They're all the same.
Is that right?
It's a formula.
What is their most? What is it like? Mainly rocks or concrete?
Oh, it's
we can get into that.
a
later.
lot of carnage, a lot of giant creatures, carnage, blah blah blah.
Okay,
It's
excellent.
the usual sort of stuff.
So, you're living now on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, correct.
How long have you been on the Gold Coast?
Well, since 91. Yeah,
90. That's a long time.
Yeah, so I'm 55, so it's the biggest portion of my life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And do you find the Gold Coast has been inspirational to your career in any way? Like for artists that's up in Tamboree Mountain, they love the art.
Yeah.
You know, the forest and all that.
Yeah, for commercial-wise, as an artist, it's a good place.
Right.
But if as a true artist, I
Right.
think it's a bit of a how would you say it? There's a lot of sharks on the land.
Yeah, right.
Not in the ocean.
Well, that's
if you know
good
it.
to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Well, that's great.
Everybody wants to make a buck, and
Yeah.
exploiting an artist is an easy thing to do.
Right.
Yeah, that's how
Sadly,
yeah.
yeah. But you know, like you've been here a long time, so, and I know that you've really done some amazing work, and you've been successful doing it.
Yeah.
Do you freelance or do you have a company? Or how,
I used to have a company, and again, it's quite hard to survive as a company because you've got to rely on talent,
right.
and talent can be hard to get hold of, or the right talent.
Yeah.
And when there's film on, the talent's absorbed into the film, so there's not enough people around. So I sort of gave that up because it was more secure to just work on the films.
Right.
And I didn't really want. It was just stressful.
Okay.
Right. I'm not an artist. You're not good with numbers.
One of the most incredible sculptors I've ever seen, actually.
That's
It's been a real pleasure. This is going back like 30 years ago.
30 years, yeah.
There's a couple of guys, and you were one of them.
Yeah, Thank you.
No, you deserve it.
It's been a long road. That's for sure.
Right. Well, I mean, you're still young, so you've still got plenty of time.
Still young, you know. Look, the eyes give up. You know, you pride yourself on your eyes, and
yeah,
you know, particularly.
I see. But then you get into contemporary
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah.
It's a bit like the painters. You know, they went blind and then they just formed.
Yeah, it went to how your eyes deteriorated a little bit.
Exactly. That's nice.
But you know, it's been a roller coaster. Yeah, it's been good, and hopefully there's plenty more to come.
Great.
Yeah. So, but hey, look, at the moment the dollar's not doing that well, the Australian dollar. So everyone
That's
wants
a
to
big
make.
factor. Actually,
That's a huge factor.
Yeah.
So films there's so much work at the moment.
That's it. It's the investment now. The government's brought back in the tax rebate. And so I think it's like 30%.
Yeah, 30%
automatically back.
Yeah.
So that's great, and that's really populating the Gold Coast even more.
Yeah. Well, it's so much that we have to import talent now.
Right.
Because there's just not
for a lot more money, and then staying at a hotel. So you quit your job now, move to Melbourne,
and then come in as an import.
I know.
I've thought about it. Don't worry. Yeah,
That's good.
I should have just kept that address in Melbourne.
That's it.
If I knew now.
Great.
Yeah. But anyway. No. But I've been looked after interstate as well, so you know I can't complain on film.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is your credit title? What do you describe yourself as?
I've had a few. Usually it's head of sculpting department, or HOD, which is the head of a particular department.
Right.
I've been called what was it, visual content lead. All sorts of
VCL.
There's been.
Is that how they fit people under the budget?
Yeah.
Is that something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, above the line.
That's interesting. Okay, so but mainly head sculptor.
Head sculptor, yeah, you know, can run from 10 people to I've had on Aquaman it was 110 people in one department.
Chris has done some of the biggest shows that you've probably watched, and we'll name a few later for sure.
Yeah.
So, can you describe, what's the fundamental role of your position?
Basically to facilitate the art department there, or the designer's dream and wishes, and interpret it, deliver it as say a sample,
right?
Get it approved, and make sure that everyone that is working under me can understand that vision.
Yeah, and I think the form and the texture of something, whether it's a small prop or a huge set, concrete wall, it's the most important piece. It really is.
Oh, it is, definitely, or else you
because the texture will change the tone of colour.
True. Yeah. So we work with the DOP, the director of photography, the stunts, everyone to try and achieve what the action is, the hue, the colour, the lighting, everything.
Right.
So it's a multi sort of departmental crossover.
And who do you specifically deal with? I mentioned construction manager.
Construction manager.
When you're in chats,
yeah.
who are you chatting to?
Definitely on-set art directors,
right.
Designers, sometimes producers. It's depending on the importance of what we're doing and the function, what they require.
And lighting, does that?
Yeah.
Is it like, I know scenics would prefer to know more about lighting because they know what to get away with.
Yeah, exactly.
Same for you.
Well, same for me. I like to see camera tests, which used to be a thing more so in the past, where we would do samples, textural samples. Scenics will do their scenic finishes, and then put them under camera, and with the different lighting, and then they can sort of gauge where they want to go with it, or how they're going to light the set, which I've rarely seen now.
And then you can work out what you don't have to do.
Exactly. and they could say, well, you know, we don't want that colour, or we don't want that texture, or so forth. You know.
And has the role changed over the years?
It has a bit. I think it's the art of filmmaking has changed.
Right.
It's been, in my opinion, it's been watered down to, you know, it's more of a numbers game now than it used to be an art.
Yes.
Now it's just you've got to hit the numbers and get things across the line. Yeah, there's still the visual side of it, but you know, it's run by accountants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. Terrific. So in general, what type of sculpture do you need to perform for film and television, and what kind of materials would you know?
Well, the sculpting can vary.
Right.
Basically, because you've got, you know, you might have a wet set, a wet for dry set,
what's dry set? What's wet set?
To look, a wet set has water in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
silly me.
No, and
I thought you might have been talking concrete, wet set concrete.
Well, that's usually what we would use, fiberglass or concrete in a wet set, because of, you know, to handle the water. But a wet for dry is more just a normal standard set that they will then overlay water.
Gotcha.
Like in Aquaman, for instance, there was never really any underwater stuff. It was all blue screen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that type of thing. That's wet for dry, or dry for wet, whatever. There's, you know, static sculpture, you know, which would be statues
and you would sculpt them out of what?
Polystyrene. Depending on the application, we might, if there's multiples, we'll do a clay sculpt, then do a mould and produce multiples of.
Yep.
You know, because obviously when they design their sets, depending on the set, there could be multiples of the same thing. So in the past, we've had, let's get 50 sculptors and we'll all sculpt the same thing. And then you've got the variation of everyone's interpretation, and it never looks quite right.
Right. Okay.
So, you know, you do your one master, mould, reproduce it, and it's all identical.
And so we'll have to bring in mould makers and model makers and welders.
All sorts of...
Everyone's in
trades. Yeah, right? Everyone.
And how about plasticine?
We use oil-based clays, which is plasticine, water-based clays. We could use polymer clay, which is an epoxy clay.
Right.
We use polystyrene, polyurethane foam.
Okay.
We can sometimes timber.
What about stone? No one carves from stone anymore.
No, we left that behind, guys. It's a bit hard on the hands. But
right.
Look,
right.
You know.
I mean, if you're a private artisan who wants to
definitely
do something, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's no. It's actually beautiful. It's just doesn't.
Wouldn't that? Have you ever spent time trying to do it, or because is there a joy in working out what a tool can do?
Definitely.
You know, that's the craft in the art.
Yeah, definitely. You know, my experience with stone is limited. You know, I've made a lot of stone,
exactly.
But it's lightweight. You know, like you got to throw it around. And
don't you sell it to IKEA
now? Yeah,
you should. That's nice. So, well, and just jumping on the spray concrete. Can you just give us a quick step? What do you need to do spray concrete?
Well, basically we do, first of all, we do a model, a scaled model.
Yep.
Then we dice that up into, say, stations.
Gotcha.
Make a metal frame. We use like a 6mm or 8mm bar.
Right.
Then we chicken wire and basically making a support cage.
Okay, and this film says you can build it and rip it down, but with theme parks, it's got to be. Can you describe a bit more of what you need for theme parks?
Yeah, like the principles are all similar, but more the theme parks have to have a lifespan. Obviously, you've got
what are the contracts?
Big pardon?
Okay, if you're signing a contract with a theme park, how long do they want it to last?
They want to last at least minimum 10 years.
10 years,
yeah, and then they'll probably rip it down and
gotcha.
refurbish it, or they'll rip it down and replace it with the next, trend.
Yeah, gotcha.
So forth. But
the brand.
The brand.
Movie.
Everything changes, and they update.
So with that technique, so you got your welded frame, chicken wire, or mesh, plastic mesh.
Yep, plastic mesh.
And do you have to go like 50 mil either side of that steel, like if it's
sometimes we do a blind coat on the inside to encapsulate the steel.
Right.
A blinding coat, but
that'll help you get to 10 years.
Yeah, it stops. Look the good guy. The Gold Coast is the coast. It's salt. So
well, that's a big factor. And I got to say, I've known some vendors, theming companies that shortcut on a lot of things.
Oh yeah, they do.
No. Okay, so that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so you spray your first coat.
Spray first coat just to encapsulate. We basically scratch coat. We do a scratch coat, yes, and and do a little bit of shaping within that coat.
Right.
Then the top coat is our sculpt coat, and we might encapsulate lighting, speakers.
I see.
Anything like that, signage, or viewing areas that especially with enclosures, stuff like that. You might have.
I see.
Yeah. So we work around a few things there to help it look as natural as possible. But we usually tend to look at a 50 mil minimum.
So that's the top coat.
Top coat. Yeah.
Top coat.
Yeah.
And then, so how long have you got to carve something?
Yeah.
What's a safe? Say if you had half a dozen guys.
Yep.
How many square meters do you think you might be?
You'd be looking,
in general.
Each guy would probably do around 5 square meters a day, like as a high detail.
High detail.
Yeah.
Coral and all that.
Oh yeah, anything that requires to sort of be in sync with everyone else, and everyone's got to communicate across the
and that
board.
Goes back to the schedule and the budget
and the overseeing, which is what I do, which is not too unsimilar to what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
let's go back. Where were you born?
Originally, I was from Melbourne.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's a
Sydney Melbourne thing.
I got over it. No,
that's good. And where'd you grow up?
In a place called Carrum, which is
it's quite
on the bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was actually right on the Port Phillip Bay. Yeah.
Wow. So I'd like to know a little bit about family life. So what are your parents' names and what did they do when you were growing up?
Doreen is my mother, and my father's Graham. He was a mechanic.
Graham.
Yeah. I don't really have much to do with him. But he's still around.
Okay.
My mum lives still in Melbourne.
Right. And was she? Oh, so do you have brothers and sisters?
I've got a sister.
Because I'm just trying to work out how busy and frantic your mum was raising you.
My mum was a bit of a free spirit.
Nice.
She ended up going all over the world, and I grew up with my grandparents. So,
I see.
Yeah. So my mum.
Well, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm grateful for.
So you still see them today, or you don't?
My grandparents are both dead.
No, your parents.
My mum I talk to a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice. What about your grandparents? What are their names?
My
Papa and
no, his was Francis,
right?
Or James Francis. He was known as Francis, and Rhoda, which is and who was known as Maud.
Isn't that?
It's strange.
How does that work out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but they were great. There's a lot. I owe to them.
Nice. That's very nice. So what traits did you get from your grandparents if you grew up with them?
I think I got,
And your mum, and
Well, my grandparents, I probably got a lot of, probably more understanding of older people. As in because
less frantic.
Well, yeah, they were in the later part of their life, so
My age.
probably right.
Probably.
that's the scary part. But I, back then when you're young, you look at someone and say, God, they're old, and you don't really have that. It's that generation gap,
Right.
and I got to sort of.
Did they get to see what you're doing, like sculpting and that?
Not sculpting. They knew. I was a drawer, and I actually did a signwriting apprenticeship in Melbourne. So they saw me.
Did you finish that? Did you do it?
No, I never finished it. I left because computers took over.
You mean you started a signwriting?
I started a signwriting apprenticeship, and then computers took over, and I went, "Oh, that's it."
No, that's it. My old man had the same thing. Me,
And wow.
Wow. So and your mother, I mean, she must be so proud of you now.
Yeah, she is. She is. And so.
Does she support you, or did she have lower expectations of you? I mean, that's a compliment.
Yeah. No, she probably did have lower expectations. I'll ring her later and just say, "What did you think where I was going to end up?"
Yeah, that's funny.
That's
really wonderful.
I had a good upbringing. I was pretty happy with that.
That's nice.
So, no bad memories, which is good. Some people don't have that.
That's sweet. Are you single, married?
Married.
Children?
Children.
What's your wife's name?
My wife's name's Amy, and she's an amazing lady.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Just quickly, how did you meet?
Where
did you meet? What's the first time you met her?
I met her.
Because I've asked her this question.
Yeah.
And
so you know the answer.
I know the answer.
All right.
This is a quick.
I used to live in a dollhouse out the back of it.
A doll.
A converted dollhouse. Well, I lived with a bunch of guys. It was a house with a bunch of guys, and out the back was this old dollhouse, playhouse.
Right.
And I converted that into a little.
Must have been huge.
It was big, yeah. And I put a loft in it and a futon, and I had 2 car bucket seats.
So it wasn't a man cave; it was a boy cave.
It was, yeah. It actually had a little veranda and had all like banana. It looked like a little hut off an island, and had a broken surfboard over the top.
You weren't neighbours, were you?
We were neighbours.
Wow.
She moved in next door, and all the guys were at the window one day, and they go, "Oh, there she is, there she is." Turning like that, like young surfers, and sort of come back.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then you eventually got married and proposed, and and how long have you been together?
30 years.
Wow!
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah,
that's good. And your daughter?
Brittany. She's 28.
What does she do?
She's a school teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
She must be proud.
I'm proud of her. She's amazing.
And I just want to jump back because Amy, you kind of work as a team.
Yeah, we work as a team. She
I know she works harder than you do.
Yeah, and when I say I'm the boss, I'm not the boss.
No.
She's the boss.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Yeah, it's universal.
That's nice. That's nice.
No, she works with me, and she's like a coordinator for my department type thing. Yeah.
That's great. Hi, Amy. Hi.
Hi, Amy. I'm not going to. I won't put a taint on your name. Don't worry.
Okay, so just give me a brief history of some of the industries you've worked in. Apart, I mean, we know you've done film and television.
Yep.
Theme parks. Anything else?
Yeah, signwriting.
Signwriting.
Yeah, panel beating.
Panel beating. That's sculpture.
Yeah, it is actually. It's actually helped me with a lot of things.
Feel the body.
Your fingers are your eyes.
Nice. That's
people,
true.
Yeah.
Well, man, he was always working on cars.
It is. They'll never lie.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
That's great.
exactly.
Anything else?
I was what did I do? Worked as a baker for a bit.
Okay.
Baking.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's been a few bakers in the art kind of departments.
A few songwriters too.
Many.
Yeah,
Many.
Yeah.
Many. Oh, that's good. And that's wraps kind of about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So cool.
So when you're at school,
Mm.
I guess sculpture wasn't really a part of it.
No.
What did you do at school? Did you do arts or something?
I failed art.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I failed art.
Why? Were you pushing it away, or you just...
I think it was more the technique of how they were teaching. It was just didn't suit how I perceived it.
So, I mean, can you give me an example? Like,
just more like
the teachers weren't showing interest, or
they would compare you with people who had lesser skill and all that sort of stuff, and you go, well, hang on, what's going on here? You know, visually you can see a difference. You know, hurry up, they've finished, their time's up, your time's up. You know, that sort of thing, and it's
so it wasn't really relaxing.
No, not really, but
That's
I always thought, but I always thought that time was not a factor in art, but then when you get into the commercial world, it is.
Yeah, right.
So
right, okay.
I get what was happening,
Yeah.
but you don't click until.
No, I mean, and I guess you don't even know what the hell you want to do when you're...
Exactly.
You know.
No, you know,
No one does.
To be an artist is a dream.
Right.
You know, as a surviving as an artist is a dream, but it can happen. You can do it.
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes you're forced to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
To pay bills.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to ask you, as a youth, who inspired you, or what place or what occurrence inspired you to kind of head in this direction? Or who inspired you? It doesn't have to be anything to do with this game. Who inspired you as a kid?
Well, my grandparents.
Okay.
They inspired me. You know, they were moralistic, and you know, they're just good people. And
you sound like you're Peter Parker.
Jeez.
You know.
Yeah. No, look, they were. You know, he sacrificed. My grandfather sacrificed, you know, his life for his kids.
Wow.
And you know, that we never missed out on anything. We would have holidays. We would, you know, and I'm talking the Brady Bunch. You know, like he would have 3 jobs, and you know, everyone got their Christmas presents, and they, you know, and it was.
He's a real hero for you.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, I miss him.
Man.
So if you could go back in time.
So, anyone else? Just
my nan.
Your nan.
Yeah. So
that's really
soul of the
wonderful.
earth.
Yeah. Terrific.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they both left together.
Yeah. Well, they were apart. Yeah, there's a bit of time there, but you know, there you go. Which is
good place now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
That was a long time ago. So, you know, I've got memory.
I'd like to know, what was your first sculpture? I mean, I'm taking it wasn't clay ashtrays or dinosaurs for your grandparents.
No, it was actually soapstone in primary school.
Oh,
it was
nice.
like a soapstone pendant, which I've still got.
Oh,
you know, I've actually given it to my son.
Yeah,
so
nice.
He's got it. I hope it's still in one piece. If Hunter, if you're watching, you better find it.
Right, nice.
So, but yeah, he's still got it, and it's quite still in good nick.
How did you get into the game?
Well, it was, what happened was I was a sign writer in Victoria, and anyway, I had an old boss, my first boss. He left and started a sign company up here, and he rang me and said, "Oh, I've got a job for you." So I came up and worked for him. He was working for CJC Signs in Labrador,
Right.
and they happened to work right next to a place called Australian Film Sets. AFS.
Yes.
And you know, I'd see all these sculptures and all this sort of theme park stuff coming out of the
Okay.
factory, and I was inquisitive. And
That was before Movie World was built.
Yeah.
After Movie World.
Just after
Just
movie,
after, yeah.
So they were doing Movie World for Germany,
I see.
and
With Dick Simmons.
Dick Simmons and
Roger Blakemore.
Roger Blakemore, Plucker.
And the other guy.
Who was it?
Patrick Barber.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't go to Germany. Steve Sanderson. we
Steve
won't mention
Sanderson.
him.
Yeah, Steve Sanderson. So, you know, popped my head in there one day and showed them my drawings and all that sort of stuff, and they said, "Oh yeah, you got some sort of talent." And
Wow.
they gave me. I just said, "Look, I'll work for free. You know, get and show you what I can do." And
Okay.
yeah, they put me on, and
They made a fortune out of you.
yeah,
Yeah. We must have met somewhere around there.
around there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
So that was in the probably 92 or 3 or
Okay.
something like that.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And then
92.
did you go to Future Tech after that? You at Future Tech?
Future Tech was later. It was in between a few
97,
films.
I think.
Yeah,
it was, yeah.
few films, because I think I was working under Michael Johnson.
Right. This is, and I want to jump back to who taught you the basics, like
Probably.
did you teach yourself, or I mean,
I sort of taught myself a little bit, but I watched Michael and Mark Ladyman and guys
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, right.
Who
was it Nigel?
Yeah.
Prop maker.
Yeah, there was quite a few people there.
Hey, Mark, Michael, nice to talk to
Yep. But sort of looked at what they were doing, and
you. Right.
I was like, I knew I could do it.
Right.
And I had a go,
And you did it, mate.
Yeah.
You just kicked ass.
Yeah, so I knew there was something there.
Right.
I didn't exactly know what,
Right.
but you've got to get on the horse and ride it and see what. There you go.
Did you ever make any doozies, mistakes, or anything, or not really?
Plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you learn.
That's right.
That's a learning.
You
curve,
ask the
isn't it?
most questions and you make the most mistakes.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
right. So, that's nice. So that was kind of your first painting sculpture work.
Yeah.
And had you met Amy at the time? Or was that before?
Yeah. No, I'd met Amy.
Wow.
Yeah. So Amy's knowing what I could do,
And she's like, "Oh, I like this. Keep doing it."
yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good.
So no, look, we obviously at that point, Amy and I were starting a family, and she was at home and I was at work, and
Hang on. So you said you had Hunter, is your son,
yes,
and did you say you had a daughter?
yeah, daughter, 28. So that was 28 years ago.
Oh, so we missed Hunter. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Hunter's
now you
my
mentioned.
son.
I'm thinking, okay,
He works in the film industry as well.
does he?
Yeah, he works. He's over in the studios at the moment.
What's he do?
He working in the sculpt department.
Have I seen him? Is he on another show? Is he?
Yeah, he's on another show.
That's right.
Yeah, you'll meet him.
Oh, that's good. I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, quick question. When did you realise that you could not only do the sculpture but run a good team?
I didn't really know that I could run a good team. I think I liked to take lead, as we all do, as a, because you look at people's strengths and weaknesses, and you want to be able to say, well, they're good at that, so let's get them on that, and they're good at this, but not so good at that. So it's like a toolkit.
Yes.
And that's how I sort of see it. And I watched other guys run the departments and watched mistakes and watched people who weren't good at stuff trying, and you sort of go, well, you start creating a thing in your head where you go, well, if I was running it, I'd do it like this, but and the techniques and the methodologies and all that sort of stuff, because a lot of people will do some weird stuff. And you just go, well, I know how to do that in 3 steps, not 20.
Yeah, no, that's it.
But not compromise the end result.
And it's basically knowing all the shortcuts.
Yeah,
necessary.
you're pushing you're not cutting corners, you're just pushing it to a refined process so that you end up with a result that everyone's happy with.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the biggest crew you've run, do you say?
Oh, it was 110 or something like that.
Where was that?
That was on Aquaman.
Aquaman.
And
That's
it was
Did you ever get out of the meeting room? Probably not.
Yeah, there was. I just used to walk. I was doing like 30,000 steps a day, and just
In the smoking shed.
in the toilet cubicle, just walking around. No, it was. You're just constantly walking around and making sure that people are doing the right thing, and it was exhausting.
Yeah, it must have been.
And I actually said,
Was that a 6-day week job back then?
Yeah, it was too big.
Yeah.
Which is, I know my limit.
Yeah,
and that was way over.
And you don't want to overpromise.
No.
Yep, you want to underpromise and overdeliver.
That's perfect.
That's really good to know, Chris. There's lessons to be learnt.
There is, yeah. You sometimes, biting off too much is not a good thing.
No.
Yeah,
That's right.
Just stay within your boundaries, and I'd rather be good at one thing than be terrible at 5.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
We're almost getting there.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the size of the big job. Michelangelo must have faced similar problems as you would, as you today, in his period. I'm thinking the Vatican was probably the Netflix of his time. How do you think he'd fare today?
I'm not too sure. I think he would struggle in the fact that the technology, if you brought him straight from the 1500s or whatever, it would be, he probably wouldn't recognise anything. But I guess the technology of their day, I don't know how you can gauge it.
Yeah, right. But I'm sure he would have had a fun time.
He was a rock star. He was well paid. They were treated very well.
Yeah.
And he probably.
I imagine him walking around on Aquaman.
he'd just go, "Get out! You're all useless."
Oh no! Have you been fortunate enough to go over there?
No, I've got many books and many.
Right.
I've researched.
Oh, you will soon.
That's on Amy and our bucket list.
That's great.
We've got to do Italy, Greece, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, you must do it.
Oh, I've got to. It's
So, do you enjoy what you do?
Yeah, I do enjoy it. There's been moments where it's like high pressure and that takes the fun out of it. I always try to create an atmosphere that's fun.
Yeah.
Because you spend so much time away from, everyone spends time away from their families.
Yeah.
You got to have a bit of humanity involved within it.
Yeah.
I think a happy crew is a productive crew.
Yeah, there's always problems can arise. What kind of areas can bother you sometimes?
I think time's our enemy.
Gotcha.
With anything that we do is we can never, once they decide that they've got a shoot date, it doesn't matter what happens, it's going to be shot.
I see.
So when time's wasted,
Yep.
that's frustrating, and that can be wasted in so many different ways.
And that makes scheduling so much more important. And then construction managers know basically your field too, and you have to tell them.
Yes.
So working with a good construction manager,
yes,
is
that's paramount.
a must.
That's paramount. Yeah. Yes, because if they're not understanding to the changes that are happening, it can make things quite really difficult and tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, mate, can you just name some flicks you've worked on that you're proud of?
Look, there's the Pacific, which was great. That was a mini-series.
Is that Spielberg?
Spielberg and Tom Hanks. They were
yeah.
the producers. That was great.
Did you get to have a chat with them? Well, I mean,
no,
that would be difficult.
Yeah, we're still little cogs in a giant machine. But you see them from a distance. And
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, what else?
I just worked on Eden with what's his name?
That
Richie Cunningham.
Richie Cunningham. Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. Yeah. That's it. I just went
Because he
right
did
out.
Pacific as well. I thought he was.
No,
He
no.
made. Wasn't
Yeah.
he producing it
Yeah,
or something?
yeah, he was the producer. He just looked like Richie Cunningham, but older.
Right. And how about theme parks?
Theme parks, yeah, worked all over the world. Singapore, Malaysia. Yeah, I was actually going to start a theme park in Vietnam.
Oh, right.
That fell over.
Fair
all sorts of
enough.
places.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about indie projects? You ever I guess that you're really busy, and you're in this lifestyle where, everybody is. They've got to pay the bills.
You got to pay the bills, yeah.
Do you ever get time to self-indulge in projects like indie films or
Pretty rarely. It's a rare
because they
thing.
would really love your experience and talent.
Definitely, but it's I guess we're more locked into long-term projects, and it's hard to get time and because indie projects can be short and fast.
I see. Yeah. And up in Brisbane.
Yeah, and up in Brisbane. Yeah, don't go down the M1. It's shocking.
No. So, what films would you have watched and gone, man, I would have loved to have worked on that? Any come to mind?
I would have liked to have worked on probably like a Braveheart or a Gladiator or something. I don't know, something.
Game of Thrones
or something. I've worked on The Hobbit. I did that.
Did you?
Yeah, in New Zealand. That was good. But something that's got a bit of fantasy in it is always up my alley.
Right.
Like not of this world type stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you name me some of your favourite designers or art directors?
Yeah. Favourite designer would be probably Anthony Pratt.
Right.
He's from England. He was brilliant.
Why was he brilliant?
Just his rapport with people and how he transferred. He was a really brilliant drawer, and he could just draw up the whole scene with and you just knew exactly what he wanted. It was just he was the designer on 2001: A Space Odyssey. So we're going way back to the 80s.
That's
80s. Yeah, like he was very prominent designer.
I thought that was made in 2001.
Yeah.
But let's see, and it's not just talent; it's liaising with people, it's communicating.
It is. It's leadership like that is it's phenomenal to be a part of. Yeah, someone like John Ram as a construction manager, brilliant.
I see.
It just I owe a lot to that man. Yeah.
Yep. Art directors.
Art directors, Michelle McGay, she's good.
Yeah,
I really love working with Michelle.
She's a hard worker. She knows what she does.
She knows what she another brilliant drawer. Can get the message across cleanly and clearly.
That's good. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
We're waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
So, okay, chippies, steelies, painters, love them or hate them?
We coexist.
Yeah?
No, look, everybody has their part in the grand scheme of things. Some of them can overplay it.
Right.
But look, there's all walks of life, and there's all methodologies, and we all seem to have we've got a great crew at the moment, and everybody understands each other, but just don't let the steelies in your lunchroom.
Yeah, that's right.
A mess. No.
What did the king hyena said? If we kill all the animals, we'll have no food left.
Yeah.
But okay, that's not so. Big budgets or small budgets?
I'm tending to go for in the middle at the moment.
Okay, right.
Purely because of the crew size. I think it's manageable.
You've done both.
Yeah,
right.
And look, don't get me wrong. I've actually did a film a long time ago, The Tree, which was a French film, and that was quite a small film. It was the crew was small, the budget was small, and it was just a pleasure to work on. And that was under Marcus Smith. He was the construction manager.
I see.
Yeah, he's another great construction manager.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I had a great time on that. It was, one of the unknown ones, but just the time was brilliant.
Did you ever watch the movie?
Yeah.
Was it a good movie?
It wasn't too bad.
To look at it.
Yeah.
Sets were great.
Yeah. it's about a tree.
Yeah.
No, but that was actually for Stephen Jones Evans, who's a production designer, another good production designer.
Nice.
Yeah.
You give us an idea. Could you provide some basic principles for a novice on sculpting? Like procedures. I know I'm imagining like you put on and take off.
Yeah, definitely. So there's two types of sculpting. One's subtractive and one's additional.
Right.
So the hardest is subtractive.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're taking away from a block or
I see. Yeah. You can always add on more if
Sure. So the shapes are easier to add than trying to get a shape out of a solid form. Yeah.
I'm not a great sculptor, but like horizons are important when you.
Yeah, definitely. It's depth perception. If you're a good drawer, you should be able to sculpt.
What if I gave you a square block of foam and asked you to carve a sphere? What's how would you do it?
I'd basically mark it out as your quarters or your halves or so forth, and look at where our radiuses are.
Right.
And I would start to cut chamfers.
Yep.
Off the square block until you can rotate and repeat, rotate, repeat.
Yeah, and it's kind of mathematics.
It's mathematics. Yeah, definitely mathematics.
Oh, that's good.
But with another form, like an organic form or a sculptural, figurative, is definitely the principle of your X and your Y.
Right.
Which is quite different. That's when it's a whole other level.
I see.
Yeah.
So initially, if you're doing a sculpture, it's basically shape and then form. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, it is. It's
shape, form, texture.
Yep. Yeah.
That's kind of about it.
And light.
Pretty simple.
Well,
anybody can do that.
And light. Light is so important.
Oh, light.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Well, you have a side light or your shadows, your forms, your highlights. It's like shading. If you know what I mean.
Do you like to do it, walk away, quickly turn around, and we'll show you what's wrong?
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely. Bench curing. When I say bench curing, it's like give yourself a little bit of time to have a break from it. You'll come back and you'll see exactly.
It tells you what's wrong.
It does.
Right?
It definitely.
Once you have experience.
Yeah. Once you have experience.
You don't look too hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when you got experience, you sort of know what you can get away with.
Gotcha.
But we've done it for a while now.
That's great. Really helpful, Chris. I'm sure everyone can pick up on that.
Yep.
Just tools. How important is it to look after your tools? And if you had one tool for the rest of your life, what would it be?
For the rest of my life would be a nice carbon bladed fillet knife.
Oh yeah, of course.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh, and obviously clay tools. Clay tools are great.
Clay tools.
Yeah, I like clay tools. But these tools are your best tools you have.
Wow. That's profound, mate.
It is. It is. You can do anything with these. They're underrated.
Exactly. Well, we're going to get on talking about the future because you've kind of with AI and all that.
Yes.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But that's really great.
Yeah. I encourage everyone to have a go. We're by nature humans are creative.
That's really lovely. What's your favourite material and what's your worst material?
Favourite material would be water clay.
Okay.
Water clay.
Why?
It's just so easy to and quick to get form and shape.
Does it hold its weight?
No, you still, depending on what you're making, you know, because obviously you're going to end up with a lot of kilos, so you need an armature and so forth. You know, but it's just beautiful off your hands. You know.
Wow, like a hard butter or something? Or is it okay.
Yeah. So
what's your worst material?
Worst material would be probably polyurethane foam, because it's like
to carve,
and it's like it's just it's like you get in your eyes like sand.
And I imagine the smell of resin with acetone.
Yeah, fiberglass is up there.
Oh yeah,
fiberglass. Yeah.
So has the supply industry improved?
The supply for
materials.
Look,
are they offering new materials?
They are always offering new materials, which is good, and it changes all the time. You know, from when I first started in the industry, there was very little known materials. You know, we used to just have a go-to of 3 different basic materials, but now there's a smorgasbord.
I see.
So yeah, they've picked up their game. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And how important is it how important is the weather when you're trying to do something on location?
Very. Yeah.
What's some of the problems that you find?
Say you're doing concrete rock work. You have a portion of it that's in the shade, you have a portion of it that's in the sun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've got one part that's just baking and going off really quick, and the other part's slow. You know, you've got to gauge things. You know, you might say, all right, that part over there is in the sun in the morning, so we'll start that.
What's your curing time? I mean, like how long have you got?
Day.
No, I mean, really.
As in to work on it. Yeah, you usually have. We retard our. It's a bad word, but it is a thing. It's called a
retarding agent.
Yeah. So you retard your material so that you can work with it throughout the day.
Because people used to urinate in there, didn't they? Because it's an acid. That's what I thought. Oh, is that just plaster?
I don't know what you do, but
that's no, but that's because
it's an acid.
Acidic.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, that's what you do with plaster.
That's what Ray Peller told us to
do. Citric acid in your plaster. Yeah. No, it's true.
You should try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
I'm trying it now.
Oh, that's great. So, how is the industry? Is it healthy for your body and mind? Do you think?
Look, there's a lot of carcinogens. There are,
physically,
and look, that's always a worry, and it plays on your mind, and you do the best you can to work with it and all that sort of thing, and we take all the right precautions, but look, everything's going to kill you.
Physically, what about mentally?
Mentally can be a strain, but generally it's I really enjoy it.
That's nice.
So.
And has it ever affected your home life?
Oh, definitely. There's been times there where I've wanted to give up, and everybody goes through it in their life. Contemplating where you're going and what you're doing, and
you're right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So there's been ups and downs.
I guess you can always think at times. You just think, geez, I could be in a lot worse position.
Exactly. I do.
You're really doing what you love, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I always revert back to that. There's someone washing dishes who's probably way more talented than anyone in the room, who will never get a chance.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm fortunate in a lot of ways.
Good. Yeah. So, Chris, how do you find the industry today? Could it be improved?
Definitely. The industry's changed a lot in the fact that, in my view or my experience, is construction need to be taken seriously, a lot more seriously than what they are. There's quite a bit of a two system thing with
Right.
and we're offset crew, and we're second class citizens a lot of the time, which is it's hard to stomach, sometimes.
Yeah, I've heard some comments like at the bottom of the barrel, bottom of the pot, but that's where it tastes the best.
It does.
I give that to Mick Owen. He said that. That's fantastic.
That's great. I love it. Mick's got some great analogies, Mick.
Yeah. Okay. What about health and safety? Is that improved?
Health and safety. Yeah. Look, the onus is on the individual really for health and safety. There is a lot of for instance, the job we've just been on, we've been thrown into a factory.
Right.
And it's not really a good setup for what we do. But on the next gig, it'll be set up well. So you do have
different productions.
Yeah. And
I found that the health and safety has improved a lot here.
Yeah.
No, personally, that's just my.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like the onus is on you.
It is, and you need to take care of yourself.
But no matter how prepared you are, someone's always going to get hurt.
Of course, that's a statistic. It's inevitable.
A concrete block might fall on your arm.
It might fall on your arm. Dave had a concrete block fall on his arm. He's still with us.
It's good. Thanks, mate. So quickly about AI. I mean, how do you find AI affecting the industry? Do you think it'll affect the construction, carpentry stuff, sculpting?
Look, I think it'll become a lot of this stuff it's bad. It's like I remember when blue screens and green screen came in, and everyone was like, well, let's just go out and we'll throw all our colours away and we'll just get blue and green, and that's our job from now on. Gotcha. And that was a long time ago, and it's not like that.
How about 3D printers? I mean, are the kids going to miss out on a lot of stuff? No,
look, I really didn't like it at first, and because you think that your livelihood's going to be taken away and so forth, but the reality is that it's a technology that is not going away, and it can help in so many different ways.
Yeah, that's right.
If it's used correctly.
Used for good, not evil.
Yeah. Well, look, the biggest problem with the 3D printing and the designing in computers is that you're only as good as the person who knows the program.
Right. And 3D printers can't create rock walls.
No, they will probably, but they will. And there's a lot of restraints we have in this industry that they won't be able to do for a long time. So
I guess that the question was, do you think your role will be obsolete in the future? But I don't think it will be.
No, I don't see it as being obsolete. I think it's quite, it's a stepping stone between, I see my job as a stepping stone between the art department and construction, so that construction can understand some methodologies and some visual ideas that we can get across without confusion.
Yes,
because there's a lot of things are designed. There's grey areas. There's we tend to go into those grey areas and find solutions.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it benefits them.
Do you ever have those days where you've just gone, yes, I'll work something out, or this has come good?
Yeah. All the time.
Where you wake up.
Yeah. I made it. Another day.
That's nice. That's nice.
But no, look, sometimes I like it when everyone puts their heads together and there's a problem, and we all find we all have an input.
I really at the end of the week. It's not at the end of the day. It's at the end of the week or 3 weeks, especially in your position. 6 months.
Yeah.
Shit, we did. It's fucking great.
The gamble paid off.
That's right.
Yeah, there's been times there where I've done stuff, and they're so big that you can't see the end.
No.
And then all of a sudden it just gains momentum, and the end is there, and everyone's just going, I thought you were never going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to back yourself.
You mentioned stepping stones, which segues into my next question is, like, Can you describe one of the most profound moments in your career, or a stepping stone, or a sliding door occurrence that...
Probably introducing my wife into the industry.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
Yeah.
Can you just explain a bit more on that?
Well, she put up with, me being away all the time and not understanding what I was doing, and she knew I had the job and the responsibility and all that sort of stuff. But now that she's sort of entered the industry, she's like, oh, I understand what was going on.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
that is so good.
And she's my rock. She's so switched on. It's unreal. She makes my life easy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then
I've got to make her life easy.
So she's got every right to be exhausted and knackered and complaining like you are.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, she's. I think we've reached.
Not that she didn't before she came.
No, but we've reached a point where we were even talking about it today to say how good it is.
That's nice.
That's
great, Chris. That's great. Thank you for
Yeah.
letting us know that. So, what about some of the zaniest or craziest moments in the industry? Can you think of any?
Probably when COVID happened.
Okay.
It was surreal. We were the cities were locked down, and we were seen as an essential.
Like the rugby league.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were just like, wow, what's going on here? And we had the bushfires in Sydney were happening as well, and the skies were black. Is all you could taste was.
So you were in Sydney at the time?
At the time,
I see.
We were working on.
I thought you could smell it from Queensland.
No, it was
tragic though.
It was, tragic, but just a surreal thing. It was like
And you were allowed to drive to work.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it was.
Where did you work down there? What was this?
Fox Studios. It was on Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
A Marvel. Film.
Oh, I know. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was COVID.
Yeah. It was,
I've heard similar. I heard a similar reply. Yeah, it's like getting things done in that period.
We would have even.
But isn't that kind of goes back to. Okay, so during the war, when there's restrictions, people need entertainment, so they need content.
And that's exactly it. It's when it blossoms. Like it's they're most busy, which is to understand that is probably a hard thing for the public to try and gauge.
Wow. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Quick, favorite part of the world.
Well, I'm sure my favourite part will be Italy when I go there, but I've never been there. So, look, probably at the moment Thailand,
Right.
Or Vietnam was great.
Okay.
I love Vietnam. Yeah.
Was that work or holiday?
I went over there to start a theme park, and they
right.
and I had the whole family with me, and we were set up and then it just fell over.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite film or TV show?
TV show would be Game of Thrones or something like that.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Food?
Brilliantly done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite food?
Be Thai food.
Thai food?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Not Amy's cooking.
Oh,
do you cook?
Amy, it's your cooking.
Do you cook?
I'm hopeless. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not allowed in?
No.
Okay.
I'll burn toast.
Favorite drink?
Favorite drink? Coconut water.
Oh, well done. I love coconut.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
That's nice. Did you have a favorite joke? This is a hard one.
Yeah, it's hard.
I've asked this some guys. And then the next day they come up and say, I can't believe it, I couldn't think of a joke.
Yeah, you can never think of a joke when someone.
You don't have to, mate. That's fine. So what's your favourite way to relax?
Favourite pastime is probably Netflix and chill and with Amy, and we just binge watch a show, and
Funniest workmate over the years, or maybe there's a couple.
Funniest workmate would have to be probably Nick Vanderwert.
Nick van der Wood.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a
I'm not
cracker.
sure I know, but
He's from Melbourne, but he was just a cracker.
Statue of David or Statue of Liberty?
Statue of David, both of them are amazing.
Right.
There's no doubt about that. And the way the French made the Statue of Liberty was phenomenal.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
But Statue of David was also amazing because it was someone had started it previous.
Right.
And they said that nothing could be made out of it, and obviously.
Is that, yeah, right. Yeah. I heard that the block of white marble, it really had to have no black in it.
No seams where it could fracture and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to see it.
Carrara marble. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Man, and it's quite
It's
impressive.
just in the ring. Carrara. But it is Carrara. Carrara in Italy. Yeah.
Okay. When you look at a Roman sculpture, what's the first thing that comes into your mind?
A Roman sculpture.
An ancient Roman sculpture.
I
mean, what do you think when you look at it?
There's absolutely sublime. They're brilliant, you know.
Right.
But as they got further down the track, they got even better. You know, like you go from the Greeks to the Romans to you know.
Okay.
And it just gets better and better and better. But there's some amazing statues there. Like I think there's one called Cancun or something.
Okay.
Which is beautiful Roman sculpture with his father, with his sons, and there's a snake wrapped around it. It's we're very well known.
Okay, so what piece of sculpture really fascinates you?
What piece of sculpture fascinates?
Is there anything that you can think of that goes?
Oh, the Michelangelo's Pieta.
Right.
He did it. It was quoted as being a miracle out of a stone. It was Mother Mary or Virgin Mary holding Jesus.
Right.
And they didn't believe that Michelangelo did it because he was 23 when he did it.
Wow.
And you look at it and you just go, wow, that's just phenomenal. But he snuck in at night and signed his name across the strap. It's the only sculpture that he's ever signed because they didn't believe him that he did it.
I've read that story.
Yeah.
Mate, that's fascinating.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Will there ever be an Academy Award for sculptors?
No.
Why not?
No. Look, there's the Venice Biennale, which is
Is that the big award?
well, it's like a sculpture type, you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than.
How many times have you won that?
No, it's a little bit bigger than the Currumbin Swell Festival. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, look, yeah, there's some beautiful stuff. There is some beautiful stuff out there.
I think it's more like people know, it's word of mouth. This guy does great work. You don't need awards. You just want money.
Exactly. No, look, word of mouth is more how it happens.
And that's how, I guess, that's how you get a lot of your work. That's what it comes down to.
Definitely. Yeah, and you know, previous people, you know, they work with you, they see what you do. You don't need to go and bang your own drum. People will do it for you if you're good.
See, Michelangelo would be going, they're still talking about my stuff.
Oh,
if he was alive. You know.
Yeah, and you know what, they will in another 1,000 years because those skills are rare now.
Now I have to work out another sculptor than Michelangelo because that's all I can keep on saying. But we'll get them.
Yeah, there's heaps of people
great
out there in the past and the future and the present. So
Right.
yeah,
Great. If you could choose another role in the industry, what would it be?
it's a hard one. I really don't know. I don't think I would choose another role.
Okay,
Just keep it
that's
keep
enough.
it how it
That's
is.
enough.
Yeah, I'm quite happy.
If you could choose another profession entirely, what would it be?
Archaeologist.
Wow.
I don't know why. I'm just
Well, it's sometimes.
I just want to whip
It's a
in that
mixture
hat.
of everything. It's culture, it's history.
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
you know, geography.
Yeah.
It's got the whole,
It's the
get your hands dirty.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
It's
tools.
and lately the finding
Stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The human history that they're starting to figure out now is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot more in depth than what they thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
history is written by the victor. So,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's unfortunate sometimes.
The loser gets eradicated.
Yeah.
Off the face of the earth.
That's right. Would you encourage someone to be a sculptor and would do what you do?
Of course, I would. I think everyone should have a go at the arts in general
Yeah,
because
that's nice.
it's therapeutic.
Okay.
Don't ever sort of judge yourself too harshly.
Yeah.
Just do what you feel is
That's right.
in you. Get it out, and don't let people judge your work either, because it's what your art is you.
And that kind of, I was going to ask you what would be the best advice to an up and coming sculptor, and that's pretty good.
Mm.
What else do you think you would tell someone?
I just don't critique yourself too hard.
Right.
Just there's always room for improvement, and you'll improve. You and I would be learning things every day, like we do.
That's right.
We muck around with materials. We learn different techniques. There's no set rules.
No, that's really nice. What does the future hold for Chris McMahon?
The future holds. I would say I'll be happy to know that I left a mark in the future. I know I'm not going to be in the industry for forever, although Ray Federer's proving me wrong.
He gives us all hope.
He does give us all hope.
Yeah.
But look, I hope I can teach a lot of people some techniques, and they can move forward with it and create their own department or their own little world of art in the film industry.
Oh, I'm very sure you inspire a lot of people.
Yeah, I hope I do.
Oh, I know you do.
You've inspired me. You've inspired a lot of people.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, we've all, everyone in the industry who you've interviewed they're all of them are inspiring.
Yeah, they are totally
in their own way.
Yeah, that's great. Good to know.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Describe these people in one or a few words.
Yep.
Or many words, if you like. I'm just going to have to put my glasses on.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
Michael Johnson.
Brilliant man.
Okay, nice. Jamie Gardner.
Probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He's
That's nice. Liam Hardy, is it?
Yep, Liam. Very talented.
Very talented.
Very talented.
Yeah, that's nice. Is it Ross Clark?
Ross Clark. Another talented, very astute and clever. Very clever.
Okay. Tony Lees.
Crazy, mad, brilliant. He's brilliant.
Okay. Joe Atencio.
Joe. Joe is very talented Frenchman.
That's nice.
He's one of my best guys.
That's nice. Marcus Watson.
He's a good drummer for a band called the Pumpernickels.
Yeah,
I'm putting a plug out.
But he's very good in the shop, isn't he?
He's a very good tool man.
Yeah. Stewie Pickett.
Stewie Pickett. Stewie's a good old workhorse, old Stewie.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Dean Barry.
Dean Barry. He's quite short, but he's my brother-in-law. And I love him.
Oh, that's nice. Steve Sanderson.
Steve Sanderson. He's done the right thing by me in the past. He gave me a future. Yeah, he helped me out.
That's nice. Shane Clough.
Shane Clough.
Cloughy.
Shane Clough is an interesting individual.
Right.
He's
a character.
He's a character.
He's a character.
Yes, he is.
And last, Amy McMahon.
She's a love of my life.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
She is my world. Yeah.
Well, Chris, thank you very much. Everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this interview with Chris. It's been phenomenal.
Yep.
It's been entertaining, funny, and a real education.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris, mate. You are a legend.
Thank you.
In the game,
Same with
and I
you.
can't thank you enough for sitting down
Thank
with
you.
me, mate.
Awesome.
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. I'll pick you up.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. It's been awesome. I can't wait to watch. Yeah. See everyone else. I think it'll be a laugh.
It will be.
Yeah. But
All right.
bye.
Good night. See you next time.
Bye.
Right, I'm going to need my glasses for this. There's just too many things to do. Right,
Yeah.
okay, that was... Oops,
Right, man.
the light fell down. No worries, I'm not even going to edit that out. It doesn't matter.
To the top of the heap, and they don't really see
Yeah.
that what happens.
It's not like us.
Yeah.
We're not going to see that. Don't worry, you won't see that. All right.
But you know.